Divine Intimacy number 88, Chastity, Presence of God. O Jesus, lover of virgins, make me understand the beauty of perfect chastity. Meditation 1. Know you not that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? But if any man violate the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which you are. 1 Corinthians 3:16-17. The grace of baptism consecrates the body of a Christian, makes it the temple of the living God and a member of Christ. Hence, every Christian has the duty of respecting his body, a duty which demands the virtue of chastity according to his state in life. Sins of impurity profane the body, the temple of God, and make the members of Christ the members of a harlot. 1 Corinthians 6:15. Outside of marriage, absolute continence is demanded of everyone without distinction. Conjugal chastity limits marital pleasure to the ends of marriage itself. Even as poverty frees us from slavery to earthly goods and regulates their use, so chastity frees us from the slavery of our senses and moderates their use. Hence, the virtue of chastity is not restricted to those who are consecrated to God, but is a serious obligation for every Christian. Chastity of the body is not enough. We must also practice chastity of thought, desire, and heart, for Jesus has said, "The things that come forth from the heart defile a man. From the heart come forth evil thoughts, murders, and adulteries." Matthew 15:18-19. Chastity of body therefore calls for chastity of heart. Jesus strongly insists on this interior purity. The light of thy body is thy eye. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be lightsome. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be darksome. Matthew 6:22-23. Meditation 2. He that is without a wife is solicitous for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please God. The virgin thinketh of things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. 1 Corinthians 7:32-34. Perfect chastity, chosen as a state of life and embraced by a vow, frees one from the cares and solicitude which are inevitable in married life, and which divide the heart between God and human affections. Jesus said that there are some who have renounced having a family for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 19:12. The essential value of the vow of chastity consists precisely in this renunciation, which a person voluntarily imposes on himself in order to give himself wholly to God, body and soul, heart and mind. All must be consecrated to him and reserved for him alone. One who embraces the married state becomes a collaborator with God in the transmission of life to others. One who consecrates himself to God by a vow of chastity becomes his collaborator in the transmission of the life of grace to others. The person who is consecrated to God sacrifices material fecundity for a far superior spiritual fecundity, natural paternity or maternity for supernatural paternity or maternity. St. Teresa of the Child Jesus described her vocation to Carmel thus: "To be thy spouse, O my Jesus, and by my union with thee, to be the mother of souls." Story 13. Such is the fruitfulness of virgins, the chaste generation, which Jesus calls to the total renunciation of the illicit joys of marriage in order to make them intimate collaborators in his work of redeeming and sanctifying the world. The vow of chastity does not shut souls up in a sterile life, but by binding them wholly to God, it opens up to them the sublime fertility of the apostolate. Perpetual virginity is a pure host offered to God, a holy victim. It is a flower which gives honor and joy to the Church, and it is a great source of power. Pope Pius XII, Allocution, September 1951. Colloquy. O Lord, all my hope is based on your great mercy. Give me what you command, and command what you will. God grants it. But it is a true wisdom to know from whom this gift comes. Continence brings us recollection and the restoration of that unity which we have lost in giving ourselves to too many things. He loves you less who loves, together with you, anything which he does not love for you. O love, ever burning and never extinguished, O charity, O my God, inflame me. You command me to be continent, give me what you command, and command what you shall. St. Augustine. O Jesus, make me understand that there is no greater honor for man than the one you do him when you deliver him from the tribulation of the flesh. 1 Corinthians 7:28, and invite him to give himself entirely to you in the bond of perfect chastity. O holy bond which unites to God, who is infinite purity, a base creature, and raises him to the level of sharing in the immaculate splendor of divine virginity. O holy bond which establishes an indissoluble union between God and man, which presents souls as pure virgins to the one man, Christ. Corinthians 2:11, 2. To be espoused to him in faith and love. O Jesus, spouse of virgin souls, you who have said, all men take not this word, but they to whom it is given. Matthew 19:11. Give me a better understanding of the great value of perfect chastity. What more sublime gift could I ask for and receive from you? O Jesus, you who by calling me to perfect chastity have freed me from the cares of a family and from earthly affections, grant that I may not become egotistical, but may share in the most direct and intense way your solicitude and your life of immolation and sacrifice for the salvation of men and the glory of the Father. You want me to be a virgin that I may collaborate more intimately with you in the sublime work of redemption, and in the measure in which I give myself fully and generously to you. You will give me the gift of spiritual fecundity. O Jesus, tighten the bonds of my union with you, for this union will enable me to bring forth many souls to your love and grace. End of number 88, Chastity.